Hi, my name is Carol. Welcome back to my channel. That feels so pretentious saying that, but anyway. So this is my second video for the Strike Sugar challenge that I'm undertaking at the moment. I'm sorry it's wobbly, I'm just trying to get my phone right. Oh, that might be it. So the video that I posted on Monday was very short, and it was basically so that I could get over my nerves, my initial nerves of recording, because obviously I'm going to put this out to the world. So yeah, so this is the second one, just some information that I probably should have given you on Monday. So my name is Carol. I am 53 and a half. I will be 54 in December. At my heaviest, I weighed over 31.5 stone. I don't know how much more than that it was because there were no scales at that time that would measure me. But I think it was quite a long way over because the scale that measurement was taken on was one of those, do you know, the old-fashioned ones where you like move the weight across until it balances like that? Yeah, well, it went bang straight to the other side, and presumably cried at that point because even the nurse said, "Oh, we don't go any higher than that," and I just said, "Oh no, that's okay, 31.5 is enough to be getting on with." And I had faffed about with dieting and all different sorts of diets. I first went to see a dietitian with the NHS when I want to say 9, but I might have been a little bit younger than that, because I was, my issues with food literally started when I was born. So when I was first born, I couldn't process my mother's milk. I couldn't process baby formula, nothing like that. And then I developed gastroenteritis, which nearly killed me twice. And I was taken into hospital, and my mum said, "You went in like this as this little starving thing, and you came out this massive big thing," because the only thing that they could get me to keep in my system was evaporated milk. Even to this day, I'm not safe around a can of evaporated milk. It's one of those things. So, as I say, I've faffed about for years with diets and going on diets and coming off diets and doing all that. And then I decided a couple of years, so this must have been, I've lost 15 stone. And it's taken me a long time to do that. I haven't done it by dieting. I've done it by changing the way that I think about food. This sounds very blithe, very blithe. Oh, I changed the way I thought about food. It's not that. It took a lot of hard work and a lot of realisation, a lot of blood, sweat and tears on my part. And in the middle of all this, I'm diabetic, and my medication is changed, and it's changed to an injection. Although I'm not insulin dependent, it's changed to an injection. That means I don't feel hunger. I don't get hungry. Now, you would think with that would be perfect. It'd be perfect situation for losing weight. And the reality is it isn't, because although it initially helped me to lose some weight, those effects soon wore off, and I then had to start looking at, what am I going to do here? This has just suddenly gone really dark, and I don't know why. Shall we just... Oh, that's a bit better, maybe. So I had literally spent all of my life trying to eat only when I was hungry, to learn to eat only when I was hungry, and then I was never hungry. And it was a case of, I don't know what to do now. And it started, that prescription, that medication was prescribed for me at the same time as I split up from my long-term partner, and I was in the house on my own, and I was literally eating rubbish. And I really mean that, just junk. Loads of sugars, loads of fats, you name it. My weight was slowly creeping up again. And I just thought, this has to stop. I can't do this anymore. And when you bear in mind that, okay, so I'm taking a medication that means that I never feel hungry, and I am eating regularly, because by this point I was, and what I'm eating is decent food. Why then, an hour after dinner on the evening, why am I searching through the cupboards looking for something to eat? And it was a case of me really, this was the real light bulb moment. It was a case of me really figuring out what I was trying to feed. If I'm not feeding hunger, what am I trying to feed? And the realization that I was trying to feed emotion, and that was usually either boredom, anger, sadness, sometimes loneliness at that point, that was a real revelation for me. And when you realise that actually a packet of biscuits is not going to make you feel any more loved or any happier or any less bored, let's try and think of another way to address this. That's when the weight really started to come off for me. Then in 2013, so that was in 2008 I was prescribed that. So 2013 I discovered the Eat Clean Diet lifestyle. I've always been interested in nutrition and health, even though I wasn't feeding myself properly and I wasn't healthy, but I've always been interested in that. And I used to get, well, I still do actually, get a magazine called Oxygen. In that magazine was a lady called Tosca Reno, and she introduced me to the Eat Clean Diet lifestyle. And in 2013, I really took hold of that. I started eating salads, which I'd always been a huge salad dodger. And when I realised that actually a salad isn't just lettuce and cucumber and tomato, there's all sorts of things that can go in salads, and it was fantastic. It was a revelation. And eating more regularly so that my blood sugars didn't dip. But bear in mind, I'm still on the medication. That means I don't feel hungry. But what happened was, if my body needed nutrition, I would feel awful. Literally like I'm going to be sick, and I'm going to be sick now. And then around that time, so 2012 going into 2013, I was diagnosed with IBS. That meant a lot of things that I used to eat, I couldn't eat anymore. That was a huge, huge change, and a very trying time. And in the end, it caused me to lose my job in November 2019. Well, there's a whole other story behind that, but anyway. But yeah, so then I'm pootling along for a couple of years, staying around anywhere between 17 stone and 16 stone. And, I think the lowest I got down to was 16 stone 4. And then it's crept back up slowly during COVID. I didn't put on as much as I thought I would actually, but the full year of 2020, I basically slept because I was out of work. I had money in the bank. I didn't have to go out. So I didn't go out other than late night shopping on a night to go and get my newest addiction, which I've been through everything from hummus to Skittles without the shells on, to breadsticks, to chocolate, to you name it. I've gone through that phase. So recently, my anxiety has been going through the roof, and I didn't know how to handle it. because it isn't like I've got a reason for the anxiety. It was just a free-floating anxiety. I've had depression all of my life since I was 16. I know what to do with that. It's fine. I can deal with the ups and downs of it. Anxiety was new. And I only really started that in October, November 2018, I think. I'll go into the reasons why another day. But I noticed that with my anxiety increasing, what I was doing was eating more and more caramel chocolate. And I was getting the emails through from Tosca about the straight sugar, which I had bought before, but I couldn't open on the device that I was using at that time, and I wasn't really bothered about it, which just convinces me that I wasn't ready. And then the other Friday afternoon, I got an email through from Tosca about the straight sugar, and I could get the straight sugar and the Fit Commit for a special price if I'd have bought it before midnight the following day, I think. And I just literally immediately went in and bought it. And I'm doing it. So I started on Monday the 23rd of August. I weighed 17 stone 9. I have measurements. I'm finally an hourglass shape. Finally. I'm 52.5 inches by 48 inches by 52.5 inches. Yes, it's a very, very big hourglass, but it's still an hourglass. And it's still, for somebody that once had hips of over 68 inches, that's pretty good going. I'm pretty chuffed with that. So, yeah, so that's where I am at the moment. I'm intending to post on a Monday and Thursday. I might pop in other days, I don't know, because as I say, I'm doing this for accountability. One of the worst things I think that most people do is telling ourselves how hard something is going to be before we actually do it. I'm definitely guilty of that, and it's such a defeatist attitude. It's almost like we set up these obstacles before we start something so that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. When something doesn't work, then we can turn around and go, I told you it wouldn't work. I told you I couldn't do it. Well, I'm trying to get past my self-fulfilling prophecies and my defeatist attitude. And I finally started drinking tea with oat milk and no sugar. It will take me a while to get used to it, but I will get used to it. And this morning I had chia seed pudding for breakfast, which was surprisingly lovely. So the first 3 days, day 1, 2 and 3, days 1, 2 and 3, I haven't stuck to the plan 100%. I have had sugar. Monday I definitely had sugar because I was angry and hungry, and there is no worse combination than that. But Tuesday I eased off an awful lot more. Then yesterday I had some rich tea biscuits, and then today it's 6:05 on the night, thereabouts, 3 minutes past 6, and I haven't had any sugar yet today. And I'm intending not to have. So I'm just going to take it one day at a time, and I'll keep posting and let you know how things are going. And I hope that if you are doing straight sugar, that you join me. If it's something that you're interested in improving your health, because that's the main thing, improving your health, improving your vitality and your lust for life, really. And sugar is just not working for me anymore. It's up to you what you do, but I do hope that you look at improving your health and have a look on toscarino.com at straight sugar. Okay, cheers, thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye.